Hello, everyone. I'm Sherry Ann Tom.
I'm Carrie Lehman, and we are the founders, the co-founders of the Cancer Journey Institute, which is the sponsor of this show today, the Cancer Journey Show. It's all about us. So the real reason that we're having this is because a lot of times we still get asked, what is Cancer Journey coaching? And it's really hard to explain it in a way that people really get it. So what we usually say is it handles the spiritual and emotional aspects of going through a cancer journey because the physical part has already been handled. When you get diagnosed, we talk about the physical, but we're not medically trained. We're emotionally and spiritually focused.
Right. So we don't handle anything regarding treatment or alternative treatments or complementary approaches. We're really here to be about your inner landscape, which is your emotions and your spirit and your thoughts.
And whatever line of treatment you choose that's right for you will be 100% behind you because it's right for you.
Right. And we started this because of our own experiences. We're both cancer survivors. Carrie also has the credential of being a cancer caregiver. And we came together as coaches. First off, Carrie was my very first coach. Love to say that. And she was one of my instructors as I was going through coach training. And we just established a bond and a friendship that went beyond, client and coach. And so when it was time to really venture out and to address the needs of the cancer community, I kind of tapped her on the shoulder and said, "Hey, Carrie, you've got lots of cred, you've got lots of experience. How would you like to train cancer journey coaches with me?"
Exactly. And I was so happy because I'd been secretly having a business friend crush on her. Hoping that the day would come when we could work together, and it did. And so neither of us has ever looked back. We've been having fun, established ourselves as the very first cancer coach training company in the country.
And the only one approved by the ICF, which is the International Coaching Federation, which we love both of those credentials, and they're not going to go away because, there's always a first, and they happen to be us.
Yay!
Yay!
But today what we're going to show you is a real demonstration of a real person. Her name is Karen, and she'll be our client today. She is a survivor of breast cancer, and she was also a caregiver to her husband who had cancer. She is a trained, practicing, thriving therapist for 20 plus years, and includes writing, creative and therapeutic writing as a big part of her practice. That's a big focus for her now. So we're just thrilled to have her with us today.
Yep. And what we want you to know about the coaching interaction is it's real time. Karen is a real live client. So we're not performing. This is not practiced. This is in the moment. And I do notice that I'm bouncing. So I have
You're on a yoga ball.
I'm on a yoga ball for my back, and I just want you to know that I'm not overly excited like a bunny. But Karen is a real life person, and so am I. And I'll be the coach today.
So anything else we need to say before we get started?
No, I think that's good.
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
So
let's
go away and let you two have some fun.
Yes, thank you. Let's bring Karen on over. And Karen, will you turn on your video, please?
Here we go.
There you are.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! All right, so this is going to be a 20-minute coaching interaction, which is a lot shorter than a typical coaching session, but we just want to give our lovely audience a taste. And so I'm setting that now. So Karen, let's start with Pesh.
Okay. Let's see. Physical, I'm about a 8.
Okay.
Emotional, 9. And spiritual, I'm I could be a 10. And hope is a 10.
I
Yeah.
could be a 10. And one word that describes you in this moment.
Grateful.
Grateful. All right. So, my dear, what would you like to be coached on today?
Thought a lot about it, and there's several that kind of intersect, but I think what it gets down to is I'm at year 9 post cancer.
Year 9. Congratulations.
Thank you. Next year I'll stop my aromatase inhibitor because I've been on it for 10 years. I will be on it, have been on it for 10 years because I was high risk.
Mm-hmm.
And I notice what I tell myself a lot these days, and I've found that I'm saying it out loud. It's like, I have 10 good years left. And it's like,
Ah.
there's this sense of, that's what it is. I don't know where that's coming from. And it's not like a scary thing, but I think it impacts my relationship because I get impatient. Like, we don't have time for that crap. um, it
it's
interferes with.
it's interesting that it's very definitive.
Mhm.
10 years, and it seems like it's getting in the way. Is that what
Yeah,
you're saying?
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I think that it is, and it's like, again, it's like it's not a scary thing. It's not like, oh my gosh, I'm going to die. I mean, I think I've dealt a lot with my mortality, and I don't think I'm as comfortable as one can be with that. I mean, I don't think it's something I look forward to, but it's like, okay, that's going to happen. Um, so, and like I noticed that there's like, I don't know if it also has to do with the just how things are. I feel very walled up, impatient. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going fast enough. It interferes with me
Mm-hmm.
taking care of myself.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah,
because I don't
I'm
have
feeling
time.
anxious as you're talking. It's like you're starting to rev up.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's like I'm
So,
really
so
getting in touch with it. There it
well, that
is.
and the impatience is starting to come in. So it's like, okay, 10 years. I got to do everything in the next 10 years. So it really um, is putting you into a container is what I'm sensing. And it's like, okay, so I want to get this box that's this big, and I want to do this many things. So now I've got to speed up because I want to fit it into this box.
Yeah, that's right. And it's um, again, I don't know if this is really recent, but I noticed, like, typically what I typically do every day is I put on the music before my shower, and
Mhm.
for about the last 3 weeks, I don't listen to music in the same way. And again, I don't know, that could also be just related to COVID, but
But you're
um,
noticing the speeding up and
yeah, and the walling and the like
the
hurry of, like,
walling.
how can I take care of all these things? I need to figure out how to do this because it's not going fast enough. Um,
Right. And Karen, what do you really want? Because I'm feeling this fast, 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 but there's something else under here.
where am I going? Yeah.
Oh, where
Um,
am I going? Okay, so having a direction, having that
well,
oh, I don't
it's like
even want to say
everything's
goal.
in. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Everything feels so transitional still to me. It's um, what directions, like, I love my writing groups, and I if I could do nothing but those right now, I'd be really happy with that.
Mm,
And I have ways of thinking about how I could do that. Um, but again, then that takes, it's like each step demands a certain amount of brain power, a certain amount of time to take care of it, and how do you manage it? Like, am I going to get so overloaded? Again, it kind of goes into taking care of myself. I end up feeling really overwhelmed, and I don't sleep, and I don't eat right, and I don't exercise enough, and I don't. Um, and then when I think
Yeah.
about taking care of myself, part of me says, well, part of what I do is taking care of myself. And then I think, well, so which part am I taking care of when I do that? you know?
I can see in the ramping up, I can feel the overwhelm starting to, that's the, what feels like that's the wall. It's like all these things coming together. So what I want to do right now, and just in this space that we have, is slow things down
Okay.
and take and expanding your space. Like, we thank you for just taking that deep breath. It's like, in that I can, did you just notice what happened to the walls?
Yeah. Yeah.
What happened?
They're further out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Things aren't closing in so much.
Yeah.
That there's space. Oh, breathing space. How are you feeling in this moment right here?
Calm. It's like,
Yeah. So let's go back, because yes, I get all of the stuff that wants to get done. There, it feels like demands of what needs to get done, and also what you want in there. And they're getting all mixed up and all coming at you, because this project might have 10 steps, and then this project doesn't have any steps. It's like the writing group. You just get to be there.
yeah.
I notice you're still breathing. Let's take another deep breath in
Well,
through your nose.
I'm noticing like there's like all these tears right at the front. I'm just trying to keep them back a little bit.
Okay. Are you not wanting to cry right now? I mean, I think
Yeah,
people
it's
are
like
gonna.
it's. I feel like I do this a lot too.
The
And
tears?
it's like the holding back. It doesn't have any choice but to come out somewhere.
Okay, so know that they're welcome. We don't even have to explain them. But if that is what wants to come, just let them come. We're not gonna judge you. So what's here now?
Little bit of sense of anticipation, like, okay, what's next? How am I here? But it feels calmer. My chest feels lighter.
Mm-hmm. In this space, there's nothing for you to do. You just get to be right here. Yeah. Lots of space.
Yeah.
So here in this spacious place, let's go back to what you want. Like, if you could just do the writing, oh, that would feel wonderful. What else do you want?
More time for family.
More time for family? Great.
More time to just kind of get lost in my own thoughts and my own
Mm-hmm.
interests.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That
And when
feels
you
to me
have,
like a lot.
that feels like a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you had more time to be with family, to get lost in your thoughts, which could just be, enjoying where you are, daydreaming, staring at the horizon, whatever. What do you get? What's the experience you get?
I think connection with myself. I don't feel like I've had a lot of that lately.
Yeah. And
Um,
there's sadness about that.
yeah. Yep. Because it's I feel disconnected from me. I feel disconnected from people, which everybody does, I think, right now. Um, but it didn't just come with COVID. COVID just kind of exaggerated it.
Yeah,
Uh,
good noticing.
um, in some ways, it was kind of helpful having all this happen. Having all this
Mhm.
happen. Uh, there's almost a little bit of safety in that because
Mhm.
I can say no without anybody even thinking twice about that, right?
Right, right. You don't need an excuse. You can just say, in this moment, no, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
And then everyone goes, okay.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Right.
So
So when you're saying all of this, what's coming up around self-care and being just with Karen and being just for Karen?
um, I think I haven't again with all this. There's been so much ramping up to get everything online, all my work online.
Mm-hmm.
There hasn't really been a lot of time. Um, it's a few creative endeavors have been fun, but again, those are very time consuming, as you know. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and great stuff, and I love doing it. But I'm not. I don't. It's like taking the time to say go for a walk, or plan my meals better, or I haven't been doing any of that. Um,
Yeah, it seems
I'll
like
get spurred
everything
on
else,
for a couple days, and then it's gone.
huh? So you can get into the Karen mode for a bit, a few days even, but then um, doing and being there and having other things be the priority other than you kind of swoops in. Is that right?
Yeah, and even like sometimes I'll go round and round with myself. Like so, if I end up having something stupid to eat, oh,
Mhm.
I feel even that feels. It's like I start arguing with myself about that's not taking care of yourself. And then on the other, well, of course it's taking care of myself. It tastes really good and I'm really enjoying it. It's like it feels really great. So it's like, then who are you taking care of when you're not doing things that are healthy for you? Because it also plays into the cancer piece of being overweight is not good for a person with hormone positive cancer. You know, it's not a good thing. Um,
Ooh, that
so,
negative ego is just swooping in and trying to control the heck out of you.
uh, is that what it is? uh, yeah,
Well,
I guess
something,
so.
it's that
Yeah,
inner voice, that inner critic, that angel and devil on your shoulders. It's like, yes, I want to have macaroni and cheese, but no, or
that's not
fried
good
fish.
for you.
It's
Yeah,
not good. So we're gonna instead have salad. I don't know why everyone always goes to salad when it's healthy. I have to eat
right.
lots of salad.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
yeah. And what do you know, sweetie? What do you know that is the most caring and nurturing you can do for yourself?
Having a hard time with that. I don't know why.
Mm.
Um,
Can you put
I
your
think just
hand on your
being,
heart? Because
yeah, I think
the
it's
answer's
self
going to come from.
compassion.
Yeah, let's go. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
What does that mean to you? Self compassion.
Um, it's about not beating myself up, making myself wrong. That it just is, and there you can look at that, and that's okay. It doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. um, I think it's just been so hard holding so many. Everything is miserable in so many people right now,
Right, right.
and it hurts your heart. It hurts my heart. It's
Yes,
hard to be around.
yes, yes.
Uh,
And you being as empathetic as you are, you feel the hurt of the world. I get it.
And it's hard to fix. Can't fix it.
Right.
Right?
I know. And as much as we want to, it's all here first. It's all
Yes.
Karen first. Yeah.
And it feels so self-indulgent at some level.
Is it?
It feels that way. But it's necessary. I mean, I get it. But it's almost like it has to be a private thing. So it's like, which it is anyway, I guess. But sometimes it's hard to share any of the good stuff outside of the bad stuff because, like, well, we can't think about the good stuff either. And I don't know that anybody's saying that exactly, but there's messages that I get in that.
Right.
We should
right.
just be worrying. We should just be doing stuff. And maybe that comes a lot from being around people who are so anxious anyway, both by profession and just in my life.
Exactly. Like it's so much energy's coming at you.
Yeah.
And the work that you do, here it comes, and of course you're going to open your heart to that. And then there's the people who live in your space, and that's coming at you. And then there's your extended family. I know you hold them near and dear. So where's the space for Karen?
That's what I'm working on.
Yeah.
And like this room, this place here is like, I spend a lot of time here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this your office?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it has like all my stuff. It has all my stuff in it.
And when you look around, what impact does it have on you when you see all your stuff around you?
Feels like it integrates my life somehow. It's like there's been so many parts of my life that just feels so fragmented.
Mm-hmm.
So it integrates it somehow.
Yeah. So it is an integrative Karen space.
Yeah.
And how do you feel in this space? Comfortable. Do you feel safe?
I feel safe. Yeah.
Good. Yep. So it's almost like a sanctuary for you.
It is. It's a perfect word.
So in this space, because Karen is at the center of it all, you know that, right? You're holding up, I see you as Atlas, you're holding up the world, you're holding up this ball. But this is
holding up what I can.
But it feels big, I have to say.
Yeah.
So in order for you to be able to do that, if you choose to, what do you need for you so that you have the resources, the wherewithal? Because there's something, I feel Karen just kind of getting weaker and smaller, because I'm imagining, like Atlas. What do you need? How do we take care of you seriously?
I feel like I've taken a concentrated month of doing. There's like been this attempt to do that. And that's again, I spend a lot more time here, and I don't talk to people much. And to me, that feels like it's just been a really helpful thing. Feels like time to put a million pieces of my life together and get rid of stuff. It's like sorting.
Sorting. What are you sorting for?
So I can see what's important and what's not, I think.
Yeah. Do you remember your values? Your top 5 values? You
They
could
used to
say
be hanging
no.
up in the, no, not, no. Big picture. Um, well, that was a strength. No, I don't. That says a lot, doesn't it? That I don't remember.
Yeah, because those are the things that are most important to us.
Yeah.
And I don't have them in front of me yet either, but it would be really nice for you to be reacquainted with them. So I'm going to do a really, really quick exercise because our time's almost up here.
Okay.
But I'm going to go to the opposite rather than what's important to you. What angers you? What pisses you off?
Lack of caring. um,
So caring is a really big value to you.
yes.
And what does caring mean? I mean, what does it look like if you're caring in your life?
That you're able to open up enough to give that we all can live here together space to help support, make everybody allowed to move, and everybody can live here
It
and
feels
breathe
like
the air. And
you're doing a lot. So caring is actually showing up in your life. It's just that you're over caring out there. So if you were to care for Karen, yeah, because it's not your job to hold the world.
right.
But it is your job to care for Karen.
Yeah. Goes back to self-compassion too, doesn't it?
And self-love. So if you loved yourself as much as you love your husband, your family, because you would do anything for them, right? I do know this about you. If you could just, can you imagine, close your eyes for just a moment and just imagine yourself loving yourself as like that, like how much you would give to them, give to yourself. How much you would protect them, you protect for yourself. Okay, now come back here. What's one thing, I'm sure there's many, but one thing that Karen wants?
Time.
Time. Yeah. Time. Just for Karen. Not doing stuff for other people. Not necessarily doing stuff for Karen, just time for Karen. To get lost in herself.
And interesting that I'm feeling the time issue in terms of life too.
Yeah.
That's the kind of.
So as homework for you, will you block off some time? Not doing time, being time.
Yes.
Whether it's just breathing, whether it's walking through nature and noticing how you're part of everything, connected and loving it. This, of course, in COVID, right? You can't be with other people. So just for Karen. And how much time, because we're going to be really specific, how much time are you going to give yourself?
An afternoon, like 4 hours.
4 hours. And when will you do this, love?
Well, I have an afternoon tomorrow. I purposely set that up for tomorrow. And I have a little time on Friday, so I might be able to move some stuff around and do that. I think I could do it this week. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. What's one word to describe you in this moment?
Nurtured.
You did it. Thank you, honey.
Thank you very much.
All right, I'm
Okay.
muting you, and if you would turn off your video, that would be great. Hi, Carrie.
Hi. Thank you for that coaching, my dear. I think it's this is something I think a lot of survivors can, and patients can relate to, just that feeling of scarcity of time.
Mm-hmm.
Time really is such an illusion. It's, we start getting really, it's like, I need to take really good care of myself. No, I need to get all this stuff done. And that push pull is so
Yeah.
common.
Yeah.
I just noticed that when you got her present and she could just take a breath, everything shifted. Because I think the thing that she's starting to remember that you brought into the space is all we have is the present moment.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to give that to herself more.
Right.
Ultimately, what we want is to feel connected to ourselves,
Right. And when we're doing and we've got all of this going on and swirling around us, we can get lost in ourselves and separated from ourselves. There's too much. Even though we think there isn't too much, I'm home, it's COVID, but it's a lot.
Yeah, and we're always going to come up short
Mm-hmm.
of how much there is if it's all about doing. And that's the thing that's so hard for us right now, is we're shifting from that paradigm of doing and doing more, and if we do more they'll be better, to really learning how to be. And it's not like, it's great that she gets to spend 4 hours, that's amazing, but even 5 minutes every 2 hours, or something. But whenever we get present, the space opens up
And expands.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So thank you both for bringing that today.
Thank you.
I
loved it. It was fun.
Yeah, it is fun. One thing we want to remind anybody who might be watching is that we have various ways to get engaged with us. And through the month of July, I almost said January, good Lord. Through the month of July, we're offering free coaching sessions. So if you're interested in being a client, or you know someone who would benefit from that, please tell them to contact us at the Cancer Journey. What is it?
It's on our website. So if they go to thecancerjourney.com, you'll see it under events, and you can click on it and just fill out the form, and we'll match you up with the right coach for you. And we go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, we also, if you're interested in any kind of coach training or learning more about coach training and what it means to be a Cancer Journey coach, we do have a training coming up that starts on September the 9th. And if you're interested in that, just email us at info@thecancerjourney.com.
Right. Yeah. We like things up close and personal. So while we do have the automation to get you on board, we still want to know you, talk to you, find out what's going on, hear your story. So we're interested. And then lastly, if you want to be a guest client on our show, please feel free to also send us an email at info@thecancerjourney.com. We'd love to talk to you and see if it makes sense.
So we're going to leave you with that, and with the thought that we want you to remember you are more powerful than you realize.
Yes, you are. All right. Have a lovely day, rest of your day, and we'll see you again next week.
Bless you.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.